It's Margarita, and I am back with another review from my favorite clothing brand, Bombshell Sportswear.
Something that I see in you, I like that you know it too, the way that you do what you do.
Now, if you saw my last video that I released a few days ago, you will know I was not pleased with my recent purchase from Bombshell and I had to send it back. That said, they had a new release Friday, the Sexy Back Leggings. Now, I'm all about prints, so I got these in two colors. The yellow, what do they call this one? Honey Gold and Orchid Purple. And I like them because it's got like this cool tiger print on them. And this is actually a re-release. So they had a Sexy Back legging a while ago and they removed the front seam. So you all know the front seam and that camel toe, no bueno. So this is definitely a step up in the right direction for the design of this pant. That said, I tried these on for my husband and he was like, take them off. I couldn't get them off fast enough. And here's why. These pants are worse than the last ones I reviewed. When I tell you, the best description, the best comparison I can make to these is maternity pants. This waistband is so high, and you can kind of see from the drop of the butt to the top of the waist that it looks like it's about a foot. I am not exaggerating. It's about a foot between the butt and the waist. That's a lot of space, especially if you're short like me. So for reference, I'm 5 feet 3 inches tall and I'm short. And I also have long legs and a short torso. So if you have a short torso, you already don't need a high waistband. High waistbands complement people who have longer torsos. So these are designed for people who have shorter legs and longer torsos. This literally came up to right here on me. It came up to right below my bra when I had them on. That's how high they were. No exaggeration. Even they should call this the not so sexy back legging. So this part here, the see-through part, if you will, the crisscross, it came to like the lower part of my mid-back. It was way past the small of my back. It was so high. So ladies, if you are someone who does not have a long torso, or if you are not expecting a child, don't get these pants. I am so disappointed because I wanted to love these. I could not wait. I don't own a pair of yellow leggings and I wanted a pair of yellow leggings and I love the print. From a design, a visual concept, they look great, but from the fit, absolutely not. I spent so much money this past year on Bombshell Sportswear and I am becoming more and more disappointed. I am honestly turning to Amazon. And I am not someone who likes leggings that are not high quality. But at this point, like if I'm spending $89 a pair, I may as well just spend $25 and not be so disappointed when I get them. You know what I mean? So Bombshell needs to get it together. And I'm saying this as someone who loves the brand. I am a diehard fan of the brand, but I've also spent thousands upon thousands. And I know a lot of you have who watch my videos as well. And you want something of quality. And I consider myself a loyal shopper. When I find a brand that I like, I stick with that brand and I ride it. You know, I try to really check with them first. And I have, most of my wardrobe is Bombshell Sportswear. I have more items by Bombshell, period. And this is clear across all of my clothing than any other brand. And I don't know. If you look at the models do not pose in everyday poses. They're always juxtaposed instead of normally posed, which tells you something. If a model cannot stand in a straight, normal pose like people would normally have in everyday life, that should tell you that that garment probably does not hang very well. If you have to contort yourself to showcase a piece, that should tell you from a design perspective that it may need some tweaking. And I see so many women, and that some people may take offense to this, and I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just speaking as a frustrated consumer who's trying to help other people who are also consumers who may not be happy with their purchases or who are looking to be happy. And so they look at reviews before they buy something. I see a lot of people post pictures in their Instagram and on Facebook in Bombshell, and the pieces don't hang right on them either. And I say that because a lot of times we buy things based on how the model looks in it and not how we as individuals look in it. You cannot gauge how you are going to look in something by the model unless you have the same build as that model. For example, They have one model, Kima Russo, that I like. I don't know if she's still with them, but that's someone who has a very similar build to me. Very similar. And so I knew that if it looked good on her, chances are it would look good on me. And so a lot of things that she would model, I would wear. Virginia Sandhouse is another one of their models. And she has a perfect hourglass figure. She has wider hips and a smaller waist. And so honestly, anything will look good on someone who is shaped that way because you have that natural feminine curve. But for someone who does not have wide hips like Kima, who like I do, I don't either. So she and I have a similar build where we have more of a straight up and down frame. You know, you have to be careful with what you wear because you can look very boxy, very boyish. And that's something I take into consideration. So ladies, just because something looks good on a model does not mean it looks good on us. And that's okay. We have to dress for our body style. So that said, Bombshell has not been designing for my body style. And honestly, most women don't have hourglass shapes. So it's like, if you want to increase sales, if you want to increase customer satisfaction, you may want to consider who's buying your products. And most people don't look like the models. And most people don't have waists that are 50 inches tall either. Like, oh my God, I really do think that they designed for giraffes. I'm starting to think that Jeffrey the giraffe from Toys R Us is one of the directors of the design department. No, I'm being silly. I mean, no disrespect when I say these things. I'm just making little jokes, just trying to be lighthearted about it because people are so sensitive these days. But I'm just frustrated and I'm looking elsewhere. I am looking into other brands. So honestly, if you all know any brands that are great for women's athletic wear, who still have really cool designs and no front seam on the leggings, that is very important. No front seam. And if the waistband can be, you know, more of a Brazilian with a with a V cut, and a, you know, just a shorter rise, you know, nothing taller than 7 inches, that would be wonderful for someone built like me and for a lot of other women who do not have a noticeable hip to waist ratio. I'm going on and on and on and on and on, but I'm frustrated because I have spent all of my points on things I've had to send back, and Bombshell does not reimburse you for the points you spent when you refund an item. So I'm out of so much money and so many points, you know, trying to give this brand a chance, only to be disappointed. Oh my God. It's just been frustrating. Truly frustrating. And I say that because I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one that's frustrated with all these great releases, the excitement of getting something in the mail, only to have to send it back, only to lose all the points you built up because you spent thousands and thousands of dollars with them and you don't even get them back. You know, note to the brand, at least give customers, especially ones who show repeat business patterns, their money back, their points that they earn. Because if they're loyalty points and we're being loyal to you as a brand, we should at least be able to keep our points and use them on something we can keep. So that's something that I would recommend from a business and a brand perspective. And until next time, I am Margarita, and you have an awesome day. Bye.
Something that I see in you, I like that you know it too. The way that you do what you do.